This is the Super Co-op Squad Video Game Podcast, episode 112. On today's show, we'll be talking about PlayStation and leaving PAX. What's up with that? We got some games, apparently a new one Johnny wants to show us, and we'll have our speedruns and all of our other fun stuff.
Hey guys, welcome back. Episode 112 of the Super Co-op Squad Video Game Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Johnny Mack, here with my good friends and fellow co-hosts, Garrett Laney.
Hello!
And Joshua Gerard.
Hi.
Well, we're back at it again, guys. We're getting a little bit better. The length of time between our recordings is a little shorter.
That's dwindled a bit.
8 months down to 3 weeks. We're getting there.
Yeah, we are getting there. Hey, well, we are the Super Co-op Squad. We love video games, and every single week, or getting closer to every single week, we sit down together and we talk about the latest and greatest news in games, pop culture, review games, talk about things in our industry, and generally just have a kick-butt time chatting, having some laughs, and discussing the funner or sometimes the sadder things in our industry. Before we go any further, this is your spoiler warning. We'll be talking about things that are going to be spoilers. Could be things about movies. We try to stay away from that, but could be games.
TV shows.
Yeah, TV shows. The future, maybe.
Yeah.
So
tomorrow's lottery. Wait, we don't have
no,
that.
I'm not going to. Don't tell them that. We need that. But be warned, we'll talk about everything. All right, guys. Let's pop right into the show.
Oh, you're not giving a spoiler warning?
Man, we're rusty, all right?
It's too late, I guess.
We'll get back.
The music cut out, so that was your cue. It's done.
That part.
All right.
That part turned.
First things first, as always, best and worst news of the week. Each of the hosts will go through what they felt the best and worst news of the week was, and then we will vote on each category to see who had the best and worst best news of the week. Garrett, this is your week to as the leader of the show. So
start it off.
Go ahead and kickstart it off. Worst news of the week.
That's right. Worst. Hold on. I was
first.
looking at my best.
Yep. Worst
all
first.
Right. Okay. So, okay. This one's kind of interesting. I'm curious how you guys will feel about it.
Okay.
We know of Ninja, big streamer guy, popular for whatever reason.
Who?
Yeah.
That samurai guy?
No. He has gone on to say that people who say it's just a game, are like the worst people. Like, you need to understand that it's not just a game; it's a competitive spirit, and we are just as competitive as athletes or what have you. Just for him to say that's bad, and like, you people are stupid for thinking that. I understand. And, to an extent, I agree with him that, it's a competitive sport. Whatever you're doing, Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, Fortnite, what have you. It does mean more than just a game, as it would to an athlete.
I don't know. So you're saying that you don't like that perspective. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I mean, I'm one who is extremely touchy, as you guys know, about just people's perceptions and thoughts of me, like, enjoying pop culture, video games. Like, it's a touchy subject when someone brings it up. People at work or whatever, like randomly, I was at work, real quick story, and we went to lunch, and we went to like a ramen place, and in the walls they have like random things, and one section of their walls they have like plexiglass, and behind it was like figures of like Power Rangers and Batman, but like kid toys, and someone was like, "Hey Johnny, look," but like, I don't care about Batman little children's toys. Like, now if it had been like a statue, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
so
not figurines. We're talking like play school kind of what toys,
I don't know,
Fisher Price,
just things that you would see like at a random Target.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
My point is to say that like they didn't understand that like the nuance of what I like, that would be like if someone who liked football, they had like, I don't know, a little kitty like football sitting in there like a Nerf ball. Hey, look, you like footballs? That's a football. Like, So I'm touchy. So I get where he's coming from, but it is just a game. Like, a video game is not the same thing as real life. And I think that also equates to regular sports. If someone is going over the top about basketball or football, which I played in high school, I enjoy those. Those are just games, bro. Like, any game is a game. Chess is a game. Basketball is a game. D&D is a game. Catan's a game.
D&D is life.
Well, yeah, D&D is kind of cool. That one is a little closer to life. But I I agree with him, but he has to make sure that he encompasses all of it. I don't know if he's doing that.
Okay.
So I didn't know that was Ninja that did that. I happened to see the clip.
Yeah.
It was just floating around the internet, and I just wasn't paying much attention to it. From a competitive standpoint, I definitely understand what he's saying, but from the context, like I don't feel that he had the right to call people stupid or. I mean, I understand he took it personally, but that's like you don't need to lash out at certain individuals or community of people just because you have a difference of opinion on whether you feel this is more than a game to you, or other people are just like in Johnny's example, like it's just a sport, or it's just football, or it's just this, or it's just that. So I didn't agree with the way he handled it. Yeah, he could have vented or spoke like, "Hey, this to me is something more than just the game." Better. Versus you guys are all just effing idiots. Like back off.
Yeah.
So did this come from like someone saying something?
He live streamed it.
Well, his response, but what brought him to that? I think it was like on Twitter, because someone's told him, bro, it's just a game.
Someone had to say something. So.
Yeah, I forget where it stems from. It might have been at might have been just in his chat or Twitter.
He read it somewhere and then brought it. Like I need to tell you guys something.
Okay,
like that was his take from it.
Someone said it to him. He then responded.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, in the past, we've seen him be kind of like a person who doesn't really think before he speaks, right? Like,
yeah.
It happens.
Money does that to you.
That's definitely true. You stop giving a crap. All right. That was good. What do you got, Joshua?
Well, my worst first is our main topic, or my worst news. So I don't really have much to branch off besides that, but I did see some of the sneak peeks of,
Why are you sneaking Pete's?
Sneaking Pete's? Mind your business. I don't really know if I like the little still shots of Robert Pattinson's Batman costume.
Ooh.
Granted, we didn't see the whole thing. We saw a little, I don't know if you guys saw the little clip where he's like on a bike and it looks like it's raining. I don't know what that Batmobile's or Batcycle is supposed to look. It didn't look that great to me just on the still shot.
Yeah. From what I've seen, it kind of just looked like a motorcycle. Nothing special about it other than, I guess, there's like wingtips on the, like where the visor would be. The only thing I can think of is this is supposed to be year 2. So he doesn't have all his gadgets and gizmos and all
He's
that.
Building up to it.
Yeah, I would say. But, the bat suit, I'm not, I like a lot of it except for the actual mask part. Some people are complaining about like he's got a little like collar where his cape ends.
I liked that.
I also like that. I am a little kind of like on this fence about the bat symbol.
Yeah, it does look kind of weird.
Well, the bat symbol are pieces, supposedly pieces from the gun that killed his parents.
I don't think that's what it's going to be. I mean, it would be very cool. That's something they've done in the comics in the past.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but it wasn't like he molded them into symbols of like a bat. It was more like he made it a piece of Kevlar plating under the bat symbol. Okay, with the same premise essentially. I like everything I'm seeing so far. The cowl looks cool. I gotta say, Pattinson's chin looks strong. Like
that's that Cullen chin.
Yeah,
it's lasted generations.
Yeah, you cultivate that over hundreds of years. No, but it looks good. Like I mean, like I thought, like okay, he looks like the way he would look. He's not overly bulky. The way, I mean, I like Affleck as a Batman, but he was kind of big. This guy looks a little more svelte.
Yeah.
And I don't know what kind of movie it's gonna be, but I really hope it's the Batman that's a detective. I want to see that. I want to see a noir Batman.
That'd be nice to see for once.
Yeah, even if it were something cool, like, well, in my opinion, cool, where it's like Sin City, like he narrates, like I'm on the crime scene, Joker's evidence is everywhere, the crown prints a crime, a noise, and then like that would be cool.
Yeah. That's very reminiscent of some of the comics.
Yeah,
where he's actually doing detective work.
Yeah, that is definitely what I would enjoy.
All right, so that was your worst.
Yep. If I had one,
is the suit.
Yeah.
My worst is the premiere of The Walking Dead.
You watched it?
I didn't watch it. But the mere fact that this is going on and on and on. This is what, season 9? 10?
I think it's 9.
You got me. I stopped at season 4.
Yeah.
I stopped at 5.
It's just become a shell of itself, I mean, it's it's becoming Simpson-esque, you know, like Simpsons is like that person on life support. That's like, kill me, you know, it's just, but no, we need you like to, you know, keep going. Like, and that's what The Walking Dead has become. It's not what it was. And this is coming from someone who enjoyed the comics all the way up into the very end.
Yeah.
It's just not the show I want.
So are you saying that for this particular show, or a show shouldn't last as this long?
I think a show should not outlive its
premise, story.
Its premise. It shouldn't outlive its welcome. Like once a story is told, have the guts. Like it's gutsier to just say we're done, rather than just let it die off into obscurity. No one likes that. I definitely get that. No one likes their good show to end. But I'd rather it end with a fully wrapped story that was like, you know, that was good. I yearn for more, but that was great. Versus, I loved it, and then like the last 4 seasons, I just stopped watching. Like I don't want to. That's a hurt I don't want.
Yeah.
And that's where it's at.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yep. All right. Any comments on that?
Nope.
Cool. Time to vote, Garrett.
Robert Pattinson, Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
I actually kind of like the suit. I don't give a crap about Walking Dead, so it's a little easier for me. Nothing personal, Joshua. A little easier for me to vote for Johnny.
Nothing personal, Batman.
He's like, I like this, I don't like that, because I don't care. I don't like that.
All right, 1 vote for me, Joshua.
I'm going to vote Garrett on this one.
All right, no worries.
I have nothing against The Walking Dead living as long as it's trying to live. I mean, if money's coming in, they're going to keep doing it. That's the world we live in now.
Yep,
So.
No worries. I also like the suit, so I'm going with Garrett. So, Garrett.
All right, win by default.
Yeah. You get the, I'm still trying to learn. There it is. That's all I got. You get, or
You got a buzzer.
there you go.
Okay, better. Thank you.
Yeah, you lost, but you won because it was the worst news.
Well,
So
I won, but I lost because it was the worst one.
I don't know how to. Okay.
You got a buzzer, so you lost. That's how I interpreted it.
Yeah. All right. So what is your best news?
All right, so my best news is leaks, rumors, take it as you will. We might have a Diablo and Overwatch animated series coming to Netflix. I am so pumped about both of those.
Yeah.
More lore. I would love to see more of the Overwatch world. Diablo as a story would be really nice. I'm thinking like Castlevania-esque that Netflix is doing. So I'm excited.
I have nothing really much to add to that because I never played Overwatch and I've never played Diablo, so I don't have a stake in this.
I'll make it easy because I actually have. Well, I guess it's different best, but I don't know if I should say it because like it's similar to yours.
Do you also like Netflix?
I do like Netflix, but my best news was Netflix, and it was that. It was the fact it was more Netflix in general. Like that was my good news. Like with Castlevania season 3 coming, the Diablo series coming, the Overwatch series coming, the Magic the Gathering series coming. Like they have oh man, I'm blanking.
Witcher?
They are doing a Witcher season 2. They're also doing a Witcher movie. They are doing what is the property?
Transformers?
No, I think it's Devil May Cry is a possibility.
I think I heard that. Yeah, that'd be cool.
And there's another one that was important to me. They're doing He-Man.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
So
that's right.
like
Aren't they
Netflix,
also doing Resident? I think they're doing Resident Evil.
Resident Evil as well.
Man, Netflix. Okay.
Netflix is going all out right now, and
Yeah.
that's all animated. That's all animated
Yes,
stuff.
I'm hoping, like, I know it's cheaper, but let's maybe stay away from like the CGI animated stuff. I'm not a big fan of that.
I feel like there's a good chance Overwatch will be CGI. Just
Okay,
because
yeah, that
of
makes
source
sense.
Material.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I don't think Diablo would be. I think Diablo would very much be similar to Castlevania.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that was kind of my best news too.
All right. Well.
So, but yeah, I think this is good. And real quick, since we're not talking about Netflix too much longer, Netflix is they've come back, man. Like they had a few years where they were just kind of like, all right, like they were bloated, like too much content. It was garbage. No, I mean, no offense, Netflix, I love you, but you had a lot of stuff that was trash, and they've like circled it back around. It was much better.
Yeah, much better content.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So that's my best / Johnny's in a different direction.
I'll
Tag
piggyback
team
it.
best.
Yeah.
What's your best, sir?
So there's this movie about this blue hedgehog that not only did I enjoy the movie, as I told you guys off air before, but I'm very happy to see that it actually did very well over the course of the weekend. It's going to be in the speed run topic a little later, a little spoiler, but to be the highest grossing video game movie, passing out Detective Pikachu, for me, I'm very happy that it did well because we all know what happened in the beginning when they first released that trailer, and to have a really big turnaround after doing something that has never been probably really done before, which is redo your film just because of what people said on the internet. Mm-hmm. It had a huge comeback, and I'm very happy to see that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm also happy. I think let this be a lesson to you, production companies. Don't come out with crap. All right. Give us something true to the character.
Look at your source material.
I don't know. Like, I honestly do want to watch that original movie just to see the train wreck it would have been. Like, to have that Sonic doing the stuff that better Sonic got.
Sonic 2.0.
Yeah. That'd be interesting to see. I want to know what they were thinking when they looked at that design and said, we got a winner.
Yeah, this will work. We'll just make him look more like a human.
Yeah, I think you'd be shocked to learn how much of the decisions for movies are made a lot of times by people who don't understand the property or who are not a creative type.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Like some dude was like, oh, that just looks too much like, I don't like the way he looks. And someone else is like, no, but sir, that's his iconic look from all of the movies.
Yeah.
No, change it.
No, he looks like he belongs in a video game or something.
Yeah. He looks like a video game character. Make him look more real. Yeah, things like that. All right, cool. Let's vote. Garrett.
How about Johnny's?
Netflix is doing good stuff. I vote Johnny.
I vote Garrett. All right, so we all win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I win because I'm different.
All right, cool. That's our best and worst best and worst news of the week. What is your best and worst news out there? What did you like? What did you dislike? What was happening in the industry that really stood out to you? Or you're like, SMH, just shake my head. Let us know. Email us, contact@scspodcast.net. All right, it is time for our main topic. And I think in general, specifically, we are going to be discussing PlayStation, Sony, choosing not to attend a very major PAX East, I believe, gaming convention. But also, I think we'll hop into a few kind of side tangents if we have time in regards to conventions and where they're going. So first off, Joshua, this is kind of your topic. So if you want to kind of break down what's going on here with PAX East and Sony not wanting to attend.
Yeah. So this, we're in California, and it has to be all a nationwide news that this new coronavirus has hit, from China and overseas, where, people are being quarantined because this is a very contagious, sickness, more or less like the flu as far as how it can get out there. And because of that and the concerns, overseas, this has halted and stopped production for a few different, companies and places. Apple was affected by this. I think Nintendo was possibly ceasing some work because of the warehouses, because of a possible quarantine incident. But nonetheless, I'm surprised that me personally, PlayStation as a whole is just choosing to back out of PAX East, and Square Enix also just decided to kind of back out because they're more concerned about safety and health of their employees and just making sure that this doesn't affect their team. Which, for me, I can understand where they're coming from. But that puts everyone else in kind of a weird predicament that's actually at the show, where it's like, okay, we're still here. Are they concerned? Are they not concerned? And that's why they're still there. So it's kind of a weird two-way street that you're playing there.
Yeah, I can see that being a little discomforting for the people there. I feel safety, yeah, that's important, and you want to take care of your employees. But I feel PlayStation might be. Don't want to say exactly overreacting, but I mean, it is a large convention. There's going to be a lot of people there, but it's PAX East, which is what typically the east side of the country. I don't think that's very, I don't think there's a major outbreak over there.
Yeah, I mean, there's no major outbreak in any part of the U.S. I think there's been some confirmed cases, mostly out here in Southern California.
Yeah, isolated.
Yeah, but, I don't know. I mean, I think that there's more to this for them than that. For one, they're backing out of a couple major conventions, so I feel like it probably has more to do with that than anything. But I could be wrong.
Well, it depends on whether or not, because they say like E3, for example, they've already stated we're not going to be there. We weren't there last year. We have no reason to go. It's different if they said, okay, yeah, we will have a showing at PAX East. Never mind.
When it's almost time for the show to be there.
Yeah. So I think that's depending on what the actual circumstance was. So if they didn't already say or have plans to be there, then yeah, John, yeah, it's definitely probably because they feel that a presence at these cons is not as profitable or as important as they used to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's all kind of just conjecture at this point. They could maybe just be using that as like, okay, we were set up for this. We have to go and we don't really want to. Or, okay, look, this happened. Oh, we can't go, guys. Like, the baby's sick. You know?
Yeah. Oh, my dog's sick. Yeah. I can't be there.
She's not feeling good. Like, I had to stay with my baby. It could be something like that. I don't know which, but, I do know that the climate of conventions is changing a lot. Like more and more companies are backing out, not just from PAX East. Square Enix, as you mentioned, Joshua, is backing out, and off air we talked about it. Yeah, Sony's not going to be at E3. I don't think Nintendo's going to be there. And there are some gaming conventions that are still doing well. You know, Tokyo Game Show obviously does well. But it seems like more and more are not joining. So I mean, I guess first question, the more general question that I was alluding to earlier is, are gaming conventions still like a staple of the gaming industry and getting a message out and importance?
That's a tough thing to say in these times, or a tough question to answer. Only because I think that there's still a presence there. I think that it's important for people to see a spectacle, a show, a demonstration of your games, fun events kind of thing, presentation is very important to me. You have these other companies, you have Nintendo doing Nintendo Directs, which people are setting alarms, waking up at 3-4 in the morning to watch these things. So that works for them. Me personally, from what I've seen, PlayStation tries to do the same thing. You don't hear a pop off for what do they call them? What do they call PlayStation's thing?
PlayStation in review.
It's state of play.
That's what it is. Yeah,
state of play. Like there's news coming out of there, but no one's like, oh yes.
Did you watch that last state of play?
Yeah, we're getting things like, oh, here's this VR game, or Dreams, which Dreams is probably going to be for those creative types of people. But I mean, no one's popping off about Dreams, So for them, I don't know if it's really working. For Nintendo, yeah, Nintendo do what PlayStation don't. That's my what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
Yeah, so I think these conventions and conferences still have a big place, and I think they still have a demand for them. The problem that I see with them backing out in certain events like E3 is either, the funding, they just don't want to pay the money to do it because the convention center itself or whoever's running the show just wants to charge more money. And then it just, you have this big open space. Oh, we have to condense it down, or we just don't show up at all. Or you really aren't ready to show off what you plan to show off. One of my big problems with Sony backing out is you backed out it. Well, you completely canceled PlayStation Experience.
Yeah.
You don't have a presence at the GameStop expos anymore. You backed out of E3. You have State of Play afterwards, but didn't really have it ready prior, and we didn't know about it too much. And in addition to that, excuse me, you haven't really shown off some of your big titles that we have been expecting for the last 1.5 to 3 years. And then in PAX, you have this presence. We're waiting for you to demonstrate these games. Probably it's going to be Last of Us 2. Probably going to be more Final Fantasy VII Remake before the game launches next month. It's probably going to be
Ghost of Tsushima.
That's probably your biggest game. That's maybe your big launch game for PS5 and whatever else is hanging on the bookshelf. But now, since you take that presence away, what do we as gamers expect? And I feel that when these companies and studios are taking themselves away from the conferences, we're also going to be taking ourselves away from the conferences as fans, as gamers, as people that are really looking for something. So to what your question was, to go back to that, Johnny, if Nintendo, Sony, eventually Microsoft or EA or Ubisoft, if they just eventually all pull out, we don't have much to look forward to. So conferences just probably won't be as relevant because we're not going to want to go to them, or we're not going to want to be a part of it, because we go there to play, we go there to demo, and that's how you get the word out. You get people to test your game, you get people to play your game, you get all the feedback, as you were saying,
talk about your game,
and you get your game out there, and you hype it up more with a presence on stage. But when you take that away, I think it has less of an impact, with the exception of Nintendo, because they have awesome directs, and they don't lose credibility and they don't lose that sense of excitement by not being on the big stage, because the Nintendo Direct is, in my opinion, kind of a near perfect way that they do things. It doesn't work for PlayStation. They don't have that same aura or that same effect that it kind of gravitates you towards watching it, like Nintendo's built up over the last few years.
Yeah, I very much disagree. PlayStation, no doubt. I mean, the Switch is doing well. The PlayStation 5 or 4, no doubt is the console king of this generation. They've sold more consoles than everybody else. They have more game sales. Switch came in a little later, so I mean, it's tough to actually compare them step to step. But their status is arguable as number one, even if you maybe disagree. And that is with them not having attended E3 or other gaming conventions in the last 2 years. They didn't really have a big drop off. So I don't think, in my opinion, that has hurt them or ever will hurt them. People are going to buy PlayStations and they're going to keep buying their exclusives. And you are right that if more and more companies back out of these conventions, less people will go. But I think that they have to look at what the conventions are and what they do. So, we've been to GameStop expos, we've been to E3, smaller gaming conventions, PlayStation Experience, and at least Garrett and I think you've also been to several of the pop culture comic conventions. We've been to Stanley's Comikaze, we've been to the LA Comic Con, we've been to WonderCon, and there's a big difference in the way that you enjoy those as compared to how you enjoy PlayStation Experience or E3. The biggest difference is that you get to enjoy it with your friends at a pop culture convention or WonderCon or a Comic-Con. You get to see all the different things. You get to experience things without having to wait in a line for 2 hours to play a 10-minute demo. Wait in a line for an hour and a half to watch someone show you, back then, Destiny or Destiny 2 or Overwatch or whatever. That is horrible to do. It is not fun waiting in those lines. Do you guys remember the line for For Honor? Trying that game, that sucked. And I can see Sony's point of view where it's we're going to spend a couple $100,000 or more dollars every year, and a very small percentage of the people who are going to play the game are going to experience it. Mostly it's going to be maybe some regional people and the news people, journalists.
The media guys.
Yeah, but I don't really care about them. They're gonna come to us if they want to play. If I say we're gonna have a press conference or a press release, and you guys can come to Japan or wherever my company's location is, my developers, to play the game for the next 4 hours on March 17th, they're gonna get there.
Sending people over there.
Exactly.
Kotaku with however they're making money. I don't know.
Yeah,
they're doing it.
So who is this for? Because the journalists are gonna go either way. If it's for the fans, there's a better way to do it. I don't know what that is, but tell me if I'm wrong. I don't enjoy E3 as much as I do WonderCon.
Well, I think it's unfair to compare the two because they're two different experiences, because one requires you to wait longer, because it would be unfair to have for example, a good experience on a demo is probably going to be 10, 15, 20 minutes versus you go stand in line to look at a t-shirt or look at a graphic picture, and you're looking at it from afar. You don't have to be in a line to look or experience that.
So there's other things to do at a convention, at a pop culture or a comic convention. I get to go to a panel and I get to hear behind the scenes discussions. I get to see how they made things. I get to see a sneak peek that everyone else gets to see, or a conversation take place, or a philosophy that I don't have to. I get to enjoy it. Everyone does, and it doesn't really matter where I sit. I get to enjoy it, and it's not isolated the way that a gaming convention is.
Well, that actually goes to Joshua's point. With panels, you don't have to wait in a line to get into a panel.
I guess what I was implying was that, and I should have said, They need to fix that. They need to find a way to make it not isolated at a gaming convention. They need to make it, like I've always said, I don't understand why they make you, like we did this with Uncharted 3 maybe or 4. It all blends together. There was a point, and it happens all the time, where you stand in a line and then they let 70 people into a room and then they show those 70 people the game and then you exit and then 70 more shuffle in after waiting in line for hours. Or we've done it for Batman, and we've done it a bunch of times.
Yeah.
But we're at the LA Convention Center. There are dozens and dozens of big giant rooms that we've been in that we know are there to do things like that the Comic Cons do. So why not do that with their demos? Why not say we're going to host a viewing at 1 p.m., 3 p.m., and 5 p.m. to see Ghost of Tsushima, and that hall will fit 500 people.
It's probably a money thing. I mean, how many?
They're already paying for the space. I'm just saying, if it were that, imagine if it were that versus what it is now. How much less time you'd be wasting in a line.
Not necessarily, because there might be just as big of a line to watch that, and that many more people to watch in that same time frame.
I very much disagree.
I mean, I went to San Diego Comic-Con with my sister last year. We still had to wait in lines to go to panels. We still had to wait in lines to see what we wanted to see.
That's a little bit different with the big dog. Like, you know, if you're going to the real San Diego Comic-Con, I mean, that's dozens.
That's
But what's E3? What's PAX? It's the big dogs.
No, but they're not the same size. I'm talking about the amount of people that go to E3. It pales in comparison to the amount of people that go to San Diego Comic-Con. There's just not a way to herd that many people at Comic-Con in San Diego.
But PAX is one of the biggest gaming conventions of the year that houses probably more people than San Diego Comic-Con.
Absolutely not. No question. I'll bet money. There's no way that more people go to PAX than go to San Diego Comic-Con.
We can.
But either way, I mean, we agree to disagree. The other thing, though, I think is that the internet has changed everything. I don't need, like I was alluding to earlier, you don't need, Sony knows this, Nintendo knows this, right? They don't need to use the gaming conventions to get their message out. So, I mean, how much better would it be where, you know, they're going to have a state of play or a Nintendo Direct and they showcase the game and then they go, okay, for the next hour, you can log on to this link on your Xbox or PS4 if they don't want to give you like a download, right? And you will be able to log in and you'll be able to stream play a copy of the game and the demo for 10 minutes. Everyone can do this. It'll be up for the next 5 hours or whatever. And it's a way that you can like have them play without having them download the code, and find the bugs and whatnot.
Yeah.
And just play the game as if you're emulating it essentially.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought.
Yeah. I mean, things like that where everyone gets to try it. Everyone gets an example, a thought of it, but I didn't have to spend buckets of money for me to go woo journalists who are going to try to find me anyway.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like there's new ways to fix the problem, and not have to spend the money.
Okay. Yeah. I can see that I don't know. It's tough to say from an industry standpoint. That's probably the way to go. A consumer standpoint, you know, who the majority of people are, I think it sucks to lose out on these conventions if everyone's leaving. You know, like I think if you're looking at it as you going in there for a job or a task to play this game or to wait in this line and see this person kind of thing, rather than just go and just experience stuff, hang out with your friends, you'll see some cool videos. I think that's a different kind of atmosphere. And
I would want that if I didn't have to then wait an hour and a half to see the 5-minute video. Like if they could find a way, and I think they can, I don't think it's a money thing. I think it actually costs them less money to have one big giant room with people in it. If they could do that, where it's like, okay, everyone come here, watch it. We'll do it again next hour. I mean, they're already standing there in their booth doing this and having their sad. I mean, it's hard work. Their grunts run those booths and all those like videos and stuff. There's no break. They don't stop, right? Continuously for like 12 hours.
Yeah.
So you're saying you couldn't do that with a smaller crew? You can rotate through 500 people an hour. You could do the same thing and just show everybody.
Yeah.
I guarantee it'd be a better experience. But
yeah, if they could figure that out. I mean, just because I know we have to move on, I'll push back a little bit. What's the difference between something like this and Disneyland? Like Disneyland, you go, you wait for a ride for 2 hours. It lasts you about 3 minutes, and that's kind of it, right? And you just move on to the next.
We're not waiting in lines for 2 hours.
Yeah, we're not.
Well, it depends on the day. Granted, Disneyland's a daily thing versus these conventions are like a 3-day thing. But Disneyland, you're waiting in line for some time. Well, whether it's Tower of Terror, the new Splash
Well,
Mountain.
there's two big differences there. The first difference is you're talking apples and oranges. That's not a gaming convention or any convention. It's a theme park. There are two different industries, so the expectations on what you're doing and what you're getting out of it are different. And I mean that's just the truth.
Well, my point is you're willing to wait in line for an experience that you are wanting to be there for. That's all I'm pointing at.
Well, I mean, I'll say this again. They're two different industries, and clearly people are speaking with their dollars, and companies are speaking with their dollars in attendance. They're choosing to go to Disneyland, and people are not necessarily as happy with gaming conventions. But they're two different things. But that's the difference. The difference right there is that people don't care at Disneyland. Also, the difference is, the second difference I was going to say is that there may not be as much room for improvement at a Disneyland or a Six Flags Magic Mountain or a Knott's Berry Farm or a SeaWorld as there is for a gaming convention. Like, there's not that I can think of them. There are people who get paid way more money who are smarter than me that can maybe figure this out. But I've thought about it. We've had discussions, Garrett, at Disneyland about this. I don't know if there is really a better way to have a theme park than the way Disney does it, which is generally pretty good. So, I mean, they're almost at peak capacity for how they can manage that process. A gaming convention, I can think of, and again, I'm not the smartest person out there. I can think of ways that would make it better. So I know that there are better ways.
You know, a fast pass system at a gaming convention is not a terrible idea.
I would do. I'd get max pass.
It's not a terrible idea. There you go. Okay, we have our showing of Spider-Man 2 at 4:00.
All right, get your app. All right, scan in.
All right, we're good.
Cool.
Well, they do kind of have that. It's broken.
Then they
Fix
don't have it. Yeah. All right, cool. Well, that's our thoughts on Sony leaving PAX and kind of just in general the state of gaming conventions and where they're at and our thoughts. What are your thoughts? Do you like gaming conventions the way they are? Have you ever been to one? If you have been to one, did you enjoy them? Which ones did you enjoy the most? The team would love to kind of know what your thoughts are. So email us contact@scspodcast.net or reach out to us on Twitter @SuperCoopSquad. And of course, we're on FB, Instagram. You can find us on all those social medias and chat with us there. All right, guys, it's game time. So this is a new game. We're trying some new things out. And so Garrett and Joshua have no idea what I'm throwing at them. But this is a game called 5 in 35. We can play with that title. Essentially, you guys are going to have 3 questions. Each question will have need of you to answer or provide 5 answers. You have 35 seconds to provide those 5 answers. The questions get harder as you go. A wrong answer will result in you guys losing. You guys are a team in this game. You guys work together. So
Got it.
Yep.
Okay. Is there a difference between us collaborating and then giving an answer?
No, you can collaborate. You will have 35 seconds from the point that I ask the question to get the 5 answers that I need. And if they're right, if you're good, then we'll move to the next question.
So are they 5 specific answers?
Nope. There are specific ones,
that
but
fit the criteria.
Yeah, that have to fit.
Okay.
So,
All right.
So do we just shout them out loud and you'll nod yes, or
I'll put a buzzer in. How about that?
speedrun music for this game?
We got this.
Or I mean, if you don't like the speed run, we can.
No, we can't use that for this.
No, okay, we can take that out. I still have to update this app a little bit. That one we've tried that. That doesn't work as well. We could do this one if you want.
Okay. No, I'm digging this one.
Fast.
I'm digging this one.
That's fine.
Okay.
This is what we used to have for the listener mail.
No. I don't think we did. No, I don't think this was listener mail.
All right.
Well, yeah, this is old.
All right. How are we? 5 and 35.
5 and 35. All right. Here we go. Name 5 military first-person shooter franchises.
Call of Duty,
Battlefield,
Army of Two,
Mercenaries,
yeah, military. Medal of Honor,
Ooh, good.
Yeah, the only thing is, Army of Two is a third-person shooter.
Oh, you said first person?
You did say first person.
Mercenaries.
I'll give you guys one strike.
Okay.
Everyone gets you get one strike per question. So try to fix it.
Halo.
I'll count that as a military shooter. All right. Good job, guys. All right, number 2. Name 5 developers of military first-person shooters.
Pandemic.
I'll take that.
EA.
I don't know if they're necessarily a developer. That's your one strike there.
Oh, okay, so that would be DICE.
It's 2.
Microsoft.
Oh, the song ended.
It did end. That's funny. I'll fix that. All right, keep going. You have like 10 seconds left to get 2 more.
Infinity Ward.
One more. 5 seconds.
Gorilla. Gorilla?
Guerrilla Games.
You wouldn't count Killzone?
I'll count Killzone. Okay, that's fair.
Oh man. Okay.
Clutch.
Yeah, you figured it out.
I was like, did I say that wrong? I'm pretty sure it's Gorilla.
All right, last question. Provide the name of 5 specific guns in a military first-person shooter.
Can we list all the Halo guns?
No, 1 per franchise.
Okay. Pistol?
M16.
M16, I'll take that. That's got to be in one of the games.
Okay.
Needler, that's 2. I'll take that.
Sniper rifle.
That's your strike.
Let's try Dragonov.
I don't know.
I'll take that. Yeah, that's 3.
AR-15.
MP5.
That's 4.
Is it AR-15? What's the one with the red?
AR-15 is a gun, and yes, that is a gun.
Okay. All right.
All right, good job, guys. You guys did it. Barely. Yep.
Fist bump.
Yeah. All right, a quick little game there, but a fun one. And Garrett, I believe it'll be you doing that game. Or no. Yeah, you doing that game.
We'll rotate
it. We'll rotate it.
Yeah, that sounds
All right,
good.
Sweet. Let's move on. All right, guys. It is time.
That's the song.
Yep.
Fits.
For the speed run. Every week, we list and kind of discuss 7 fun facts, statements, comments, things that make you go, or huh? And we just chit chat about it. We give ourselves 1 minute per topic before we move on to the next one. Finished or not, we got to go fast.
Whoosh.
That was just too much there. In the speed run. Whoosh. Sonic the Hedgehog won over audiences and passes Detective Pikachu to become the highest grossing movie ever from a video game, grossing over $110 million through its opening weekend.
Okay.
Again, very happy.
Nice job, Sonic.
I don't really care.
Can't say the same for Birds of Prey, but it's at the highest this weekend as well, just edging out the Harrison Ford movie with the dog.
Call the Wild?
Yeah, that's the one.
Wow.
So got good feedback for this movie. People talked about it on social media. Other people went to go see it, and rinse and repeat.
Bad time to mention, I forgot to keep time.
Ooh, that's just a bad time to mention that.
I just feel it though. I mean, we've done this a couple. Next! Netflix releases a trailer.
Wait, what are you doing?
What is there?
That's what you get. Now you get to go.
When did we start doing that?
We always do this. Now you go.
But it's different because now it's live.
Okay.
We're doing live.
Sorry.
Oh, that's why you don't know what that is. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
Go.
Netflix releases a trailer for a new animated series, Transformers Trilogy series called... Okay, come on. Netflix releases a trailer for a new Transformer Trilogy series called Transformers War for Cybertron.
Don't read that next sentence.
There we go.
Yeah, I tried to make head or tails of it, and it's all...
You could have just edited it or deleted it or updated it or
I
changed
could
it.
have. We're wasting our minute. This is cool. It's just
30 seconds.
We only have 30 seconds?
Start over.
It just depends on what this is. If this is more Beast Wars, then I'm down. If this is more like Transformers, Energon Warriors or whatever.
Robots in the sky.
Did you watch the trailer?
I have not.
It's definitely not. I mean, it looks animated CG. It looks like Beast Wars, but it's not Beast Wars E. It looks like
to
classic
say it
Transformers.
looks like Beast Wars is I don't think fair to say.
Well,
it does not look like 2000 CG.
No, not
Reboot.
I more so mean that I wanted to have that sort of flavor and energy and pacing.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Depth to a story.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Looks dope.
Never been that big into Transformers, I'm gonna be honest. Never
all
really
right.
watched the show.
Nobody's perfect.
Did love me some Beast Wars though.
Yeah.
So where's that Netflix?
Yeah.
Where's the Beast Wars revival?
I wouldn't mind
Not
that.
Beast Machines.
No, God.
Power Rangers has a whole Beast
Machine is
thing.
garbage.
Next.
Lionsgate and 2K's Randy Pitchford, among several other producers, will be helming a new Borderlands movie. No release date has been announced yet.
Okay, yeah, this was supposed to be my worst news.
I thought about it, but I was like, I don't know. I don't think Borderlands should be a movie.
I don't think it's gonna transfer well.
I don't think it's gonna. I mean, they said it's gonna be somewhat related to Pandora in some way.
It doesn't say that it's live action.
That's true, but still.
I thought I remembered seeing live action.
If it's live
Hopefully
action, it's gonna
not.
be it's crap.
They should at least paint the actors to make it look like it's cel shaded. I don't know how you're gonna have a bajillion gazillion weapons in there, and
Yeah, that's kind of the big draw for Borderlands is look at how many guns. I guess you could just have some funny guns. You know, here's a gun that shoots duck rockets.
like, are you gonna have a siren? Are you gonna have a character that actually has like
You gotta have
a
a
power
siren.
of some kind? Like,
You gotta have a siren.
I don't know. I'm not
Tiny
looking forward to it.
Tina, like, are we keeping the same characters or are
If
we?
they don't have Tiny Tina and Handsome Jack, I riot.
Torg, give me Torg.
They probably won't have Handsome Jack.
Give me Torg.
I mean, he's not. Next.
Hasbro is bringing back retro Tiger Electronics LCD handheld toys later this year. Games include Sonic 3, The Little Mermaid, and X-Men for the low cost of $14.99.
Hell yes.
Absolutely not.
This is cool, but
Why not
Not for me.
just make these on a phone?
Because
Because
that's not
it's not
how
the
you
same.
do it.
Nobody's gonna want to carry these around, bro.
You don't carry them around. Just leave them in your living room or your room. You just play them there.
Are you kidding me?
no one's gonna play an LCD screen game on their phone like you used to do on these Tiger handhelds.
I disagree. Kids are playing freaking Fortnite.
That's
They're playing FPSs.
But it's not the same as what this is.
I'll be able to manage Sonic with his 2 buttons just fine. Boop, boop.
It's like old school Game & Watch.
I think this is cool. But
Retro.
I'm big on nostalgia and everything.
Now-
This brings me back.
This would be cool little gifts for like poor kids who don't have the ability to get a
Okay,
Switch.
all right.
Wow, so your son's
That's
not
where
getting
we're
one of
going,
these?
huh? Next.
I didn't say I wasn't poor.
Not soon enough. Good news, Halo fans. Nerf will be bringing new blasters inspired by the Halo series, including the infamous Needler.
Again, this is cool
I could care less about this
because poor kids are
you
only
just-
the ones that play Nerf and blasters.
Do you
Yes.
just not like fun? Is that it?
Did you have a broken childhood?
I mean,
Do you
yeah,
just
me,
not like fun?
me and Fun had a disagreement a few years back, so
Yeah, you guys probably patch things up.
mean, how-
Someone needs to bury that hatchet.
I'll bury Fun. How much is this going to cost, man?
It's
Like,
very fun.
this is nothing I care
These
about.
probably, I don't know. I wouldn't imagine too much, but then again, Overwatch did a Nerf deal and everything, and there, you can get Reaper guns and a mask for $99.99.
That's stupid.
That's too much.
I think that this is like 9 years too late. Why was
Mm.
this not a thing in Halo 2 and 3 days?
yeah, that was a missed opportunity.
Absolutely.
I agree with that.
Pumping up Halo Infinite?
It's like
Even-
making Breaking Bad paraphernalia now. Like, it's done. I mean, it's still
Walter
popular,
White.
but like, you know, like
Yeah, Heisenberg.
People will still buy it, just not as much as they would have
That's-
7 years ago.
I know.
I'm the one that stickies. Now, next.
Microsoft's upcoming 2020 flight simulator will reportedly include all airports on Earth. That's over 40,000 airports. Bruh. Like, what?
That's a lot of airports.
That is a lot of airports.
And so
bruh.
that
Why is
includes
brought
the
in here?
international airports. That includes like country little podunk airports. I don't even know if this is generally possible. Like,
I'm wondering because unless the game is a shot for shot of the world, you know, how do they have those airports next? Like
you're just
in
flying
the-
over your house.
Does it happen in real time, too? Like, it's literally going to take you 15 hours to get from here to
I'm gonna fly over Area 51.
Spain? You're going to see
gonna-
someone
I'm
doing a
gonna
Naruto run?
Yeah, I'm gonna break the secrets.
I mean,
Your plane's gonna go down.
all
Your
we
plane's
need-
going down.
If we all go together, they can't arrest us all. Let's just set a date and let's just go all together.
I'm sending a drone because I ain't getting arrested.
You would get arrested for sending a drone over Area
bullets
51.
are faster than handcuffs, though.
That's a fair point.
You're
Yeah.
going to shoot yourself?
No. Next.
After years between new seasons, Star Wars: The Clone Wars has officially debuted its final season on Disney Plus.
Best day ever.
Best day. Yeah, this is good. This gives me hope, hopefully, that more companies will do this, where there's a lot of series that just have a rabid fan following, and they never finish their series. And maybe everybody and their mama has like their own streaming service now. So like they could all do it. Like they could all do it.
Each person has a shot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I would love this.
But if this isn't good, are you going to say, man, they shouldn't have brought it back? Well, they should have stopped where they had the chance?
Well, no, because they didn't finish it. And Dave Filoni has always said like they have a story. It's not, they're not milking this thing.
Yeah. You had pointed earlier that it's different than overstaying your welcome than, actually having a story to tell.
The show got canceled and people were like literally like, why?
Like Young Justice.
Yes. Like, why did it get canceled?
Both aired on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
And it's still going.
Well, they don't own their properties. That's why.
Not anymore.
So,
End.
All right, guys. Well, that is the speed run. Lots of fun. All right, guys. It is time for us to end the show. Been a lot of fun. Joshua's coughing. Garrett's quipping. Johnny is philosophizing. Do we have anything now? Like, what's our exit now?
We just talk, man. We just talk.
We don't
even mention it, Johnny. Cut that.
We don't pass the controllers anymore. We don't fight bosses at the end anymore.
Books are won by the winners, written by the winners.
Garrett is the winner of all the games, mostly.
Did you say they are fought by the winners?
No, written. One. Yeah. Originally I said one.
And they're also fought by the winners. Yeah. I mean, they had to participate.
Yeah.
All right, well, go ahead and start off, Garrett. What are you playing? What games are you interested in? What are you looking forward to? Anything game-related only.
Here we go.
If you start talking about work or something, I'll mute your mic.
No, none of that. Shows, I think.
You can talk about shows,
yeah. So I'm still season 6 of Clone Wars, as we were just mentioning, talking about trying to catch up. I was very happy to hear that. Johnny, you pointed out it's one episode a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, now you like it.
I like it for Disney Plus.
I think he just likes anything Disney Plus does.
Very much. I love Disney Plus.
Yep.
Other than that, video games, I beat Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Nice.
Did not expect that. What
Beating
happens?
it? Oh,
no,
okay.
What happens? Immediately started a new game. I think this will be the first time I played a game, beat it, then immediately played it again.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. I'm loving it.
Good.
That's what happens when you really like a game.
Yeah, and you give it New Game Plus. That's important. I think New Game Plus is important.
Does it have a New Game Plus, or you
It
just
sure
play a different
does.
story?
New Game Plus, and you can play a different story. So doing that, Overwatch, and I think I want to. I'm looking to maybe start some streaming. Unfortunately, not exactly at the level of you yet, Joshua. That's going to take some more time, but just using old Xbox's streaming service, not Mixer.
Yeah, Mixer's not that great. Did they, real quick, because did Xbox kill Twitch as a streaming platform and it's only Mixer?
Absolutely
No. Twitch is still there.
That'd be like cutting off a foot.
No, I don't know.
That'd be bad.
Oh, that's all I see on it. I haven't driven too much into it.
Plus, the thing is, even if they took it off of their console, they couldn't stop people from streaming through an Elgato on their console. So
That's very true.
it will be pointless for them.
No, I meant Twitch as a built-in app.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying it would be pointless because people can just use a streaming device, a capture device.
No, but do you mean viewing Twitch?
No, I mean like
or
you can
streaming
use,
from there?
rather than using an Elgato, does Xbox still have a built-in Twitch app so it automatically streams it?
Yes.
I'm saying that they would never do that because the workaround is too easy. They would be losing money.
Well, the difference is if you didn't have that, you'd have to run it through a PC or through a different device rather than...
I know, but having Twitch on their console, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's not what stops people from streaming. Is Twitch?
I'm saying I couldn't find it. I
there.
couldn't find it when I launched it the other day, and all I saw was Mixer replace it from when I last used my Xbox. That's why I was asking.
With all the updates, I believe they just moved it. I remember seeing broadcast, but I didn't check to see if it was Twitch or Mixer.
It's Mixer. Mixer's what pops
shall
up
see.
initially, so I maybe have to go find it.
All right, but yeah, that is me, Joshua. Normally passing it normal like to your turn. Nothing
Is that what we're going to call
special.
it? Taking turns?
Call it whatever
Part of
you
the
want.
episode where we're taking turns, talking about things that we do, stuff that we like.
Don't make it a thing. Just take your turn.
Gary doesn't like what we do on the end of the
No,
show.
don't say
apparently.
we. Just say you. I'm fine with just passing.
Well, you were fine with too, but somebody wasn't.
Johnny, cut that.
So I'm putting my stream channel back together. It's Eternal Red Gamer on Twitch. I've got everything except a good microphone So I'll probably end up streaming it anyway.
Looking at that Yeti caster.
Yeah, I thought about buying a Blue Yeti again, but I'm holding back on spending another $70. So I started playing a game called Moonlighter, which I told you a little bit about off air, Johnny. Garrett, you might have saw me play it a little bit.
I see you play it a little bit.
It's interesting. I'm just trying to wrap up some achievements right now. I've already finished it. You can play it within 10 to 20 hours. It's not a very long game, but it's kind of has a dungeon crawler element. It's kind of a farming type of game where you acquire a bunch of materials that you can use to forge weapons or you can sell them. But half the game is you own a shop and you pretty much are supposed to run that shop. And then you go into this mystery dungeon. You acquire these materials, you take them back, you sell them, rinse and repeat. Okay. And then you can acquire funds and expand your shop. You can hire people to come to the town and kind of add new elements to the game. It's quite interesting. It's actually fun, like selling stuff, because the way the mechanic is set up is you have like a few different tables in the beginning, and the items you just place on the tables, you put whatever price you want, and there's 4 different gauges. There's like a happy like face with gold eyes, meaning that's a great deal. There's like that's a good deal, I'll buy it. And then there's like that's not too great. And then there's like a mad face. So people will come through the town and come into your store, and then they'll just buy stuff, and you can see based on the expressions that they give you if they like the item or if they don't like the item. And then they have a thief that comes around and tries to jack your stuff and run out the door with it. There's like cool different elements to it, and it's actually kind of addicting. So it was a fun game. So I enjoyed it.
Is this on Game Pass?
It's on Game Pass.
Okay.
It took a little bit to get into it. It took me about an hour and a half, but the gameplay cycle is fun once you get the hang of the game.
I might check that out.
It's got a little story. It's not a whole lot, but it was worth the playthrough for me.
Okay.
Besides that, check out my stream when you can, and that's it for me. So, Johnny,
it's not a thing. It's just stop making it a thing.
I'm gonna let you have your turn.
All right.
It's gonna be a thing
for you. You're the only one.
That's all I ever needed.
So for me, as far as games, I've been replaying Diablo 3. I just like that game so much. It's so fun.
Did you start a new character or anything, or just picking things up again?
I did start the Necromancer. He's OP. It's too easy. Yeah. Like I was literally just playing on easy mode. Like not
difficulty easy mode, but Necromancer's easy mode.
Hold down A and he just it was just easy, blow up bodies and stuff. But it was fun, getting back into it. I'm very much looking forward to Diablo 4. I'm so starved for Diablo that I'll take Diablo Immortal. Just bring it. Just give me a game. Just give me a game. I just need a little bit of Diablo. I need a little.
I got any more of that Diablo? I got phones.
I got an iPhone. So playing that. As far as shows, I love Watchmen. Finished that. It was great. I am watching The Witcher. I really enjoy it. I did not think I was going to, and it's fun to watch.
Damn, Henry Cavill does a good job.
He's
a good job.
I don't.
Is his girl for you what his Superman is for me?
In the sense that,
do you like his Superman?
I don't dislike it, but in the sense that he's very much like Tom Hardy sometimes, where it's he's not.
He's everywhere.
He's not playing something there where it's oh man, that acting skill is great. I'm not saying he's not a good actor. I'm just saying the movies I've seen him in, he's like a blank slate that just allows you to look at the character for what you want it to be, not necessarily what he's saying it is. And that it's not bad, it's not good. It's just you're a white chalkboard or a black chalkboard, and people are writing what they want on. Anyway,
okay.
I still like The Witcher. Watching a bunch of stuff on Disney Plus. So I'm liking that with Gravity Falls. I burned through that. I'm watching Star Wars Rebels. That's good. I am very much looking forward to, if it would ever please come out, the expansion to Hollow. Is it Hollow?
Hollow Knight?
Hollow Knight. There we go.
Well, it's not. It'll be a standalone game. You're talking about Silk Song.
Just bring it. I'm waiting.
Yeah, it needs to come out. They haven't really. They've gone dark for about 2 years.
It was supposed to come out last year. They had a nice trailer come out last year in 2019, and then just nothing. So waiting for that. Waiting for Ghost of Tsushima. That's coming up in March, right? I think it's March. No,
that got pushed back, and it's an indefinite date. Probably closer to PS5's launch.
Well, that's garbage.
Probably.
I mean, it might be summer. Yeah, there's no date. We maybe would have been able to find it. I mean, we could still get some announcements.
Hey guys,
Yep,
September is probably when the PS5 is going to come out.
Yeah, I'll be buying one.
I think
And
October.
I am playing a lot of D&D, a lot of board games with some of my other friends. Going to Disneyland quite a bit. So a lot's happening. And that's it. All right, guys, we're done. Thank you.
Don't make it a thing.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
No, I'm just kidding.
Wait.
No, we're done. No one more thing there, Uncle.
One more thing.
So as always, guys, thank you very, very much for joining us. It is always fun.
It is.
It's always fun.
Yeah, this is a good time.
Yeah, we're glad to be doing this again. So before we get out of here, if you had a good time, let us know. You can do that by leaving us a review on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Google Play, wherever you are listening. I believe we are on iHeartRadio, whatever. Let us know with some stars, some hearts, some thumbs up, and some comments, what you liked, what you didn't like. You can also do that directly. Give us an email, give us an email. Send us an email.
I mean, technically, they are.
Yeah.
You are giving me an email, yes.
Yeah.
Give me
But I
your
just sound
email.
like such an old person. Can you give me an email?
Yeah, you do.
But the place where you do that is contact@scspodcast.net. We're also on the Twitchers.
That would be Twitter.
We're on the Twitter. Are we on the Twitters?
But yes, Grandpa, we're on the Twitter.
How is it the bird one?
Actually, they say it's not a bird.
What?
They have gone and said it's not a bird.
Was it a chick?
Back in
It's
my day, that
just
would
a
be
symbol.
a bird. And then Instagram, we are on Facebook. So find us wherever you are, and we will be there for you. Other than that, you can also find us all individually. You can find myself, Johnny Mac, at Johnny Mac 24.
You can find me, Garrett, at GJL3275.
And you can find Joshua at Eternal Red Gamer.
Cool. All right, guys. It's been fun. Enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you next week. As always, Super Co-op Squad. I am Johnny Mac.
I'm Garrett.
I'm Joshua.
Bye. Bye. Bye.